this video demonstration, you will learn how to edit and close an open reconciliation. The first step is to click the reconciliation link located within the Inventory module. You will be navigated to the Vaccine Inventory Reconciliation screen. Next, locate the open reconciliation you want to edit and close by clicking on the Search button. Please note, you can enter search criteria in any of these fields to narrow your search results. For example, if I only want to see my reconciliations for my VFC inventory location, I can select my VFC inventory location from the Inventory Location drop-down arrow and then click Search. Today I'm going to edit and close the October recon. By clicking the View button, you will be able to view the details of this reconciliation. Notice the reconciliation information, including your inventory location, your begin date, and your end date, will auto-populate at the top of the screen. You can now make edits and close this reconciliation once you have reconciled your on-hand physical inventory with what is documented in CIIS. To make the reconciliation process easier, just click on the Print button, and you will be able to print this reconciliation in a worksheet format. You can then take this reconciliation worksheet to your vaccine storage unit and enter the actual number of doses you have on hand, as well as any other information that will help you close this reconciliation. Once you've noted this information on the worksheet, you are ready to enter it on the reconciliation screen in CIIS. Let's look at my reconciliation. Notice it includes the funding source, vaccine and corresponding row number, beginning inventory, inventory received, inventory administered, which is a count of all doses that were administered in CIIS between the begin date and end date of your reconciliation. Please note, the system will automatically calculate this field and subtract it from your inventory. You will also be able to view the inventory transferred, recalled, expired or wasted, unaccounted for, and the inventory delta, as well as the ending inventory. The delta is the difference between the number of physical doses you have on hand with what is documented in CIIS. In order to close this reconciliation, I must account for how vaccine has been used between the begin date and end date of the reconciliation. That includes reporting the doses of vaccine received, administered, transferred, or wasted. If everything balances, my delta will be 0. Please note, the system will create an automatic adjustment with a delta of plus or minus 10 and allow you to close your reconciliation as long as you have enough doses on hand to cover what is left in the delta column. If you have more than a plus or minus 10 in the delta column, it will be color-coded in red. Now let's learn how to close a reconciliation. First, make sure all of the adjustments and transfers that occurred between the reconciliation begin date and end date have been entered in CIIS and appear on the reconciliation screen. If anything is missing, you can go back to the Vaccine Inventory on Hand screen to enter your adjustments. For a review on how to do this, please refer to the Inventory on Hand chapter, which was covered earlier in this course. The next step is to enter your actual on-hand doses in the ending inventory column. For example, on my reconciliation for the Hib vaccine, I have a beginning inventory of 10 doses. I have received 5 doses, and I administered 1 dose between the begin date and end date of this reconciliation. I have not transferred, recalled, expired, or wasted any doses. I have counted the number of physical doses I have on hand, which I will enter in the ending inventory column. When I click the Update button, the system calculates my delta, which is now 0. Now let's reconcile the remaining inventory. Anytime you enter information or make edits to your reconciliation, remember to click the Update button to save your information. Notice everything in my Delta column has balanced out to 0. I have now accounted for every dose on hand within my clinic location. I should now be able to close this reconciliation. By selecting Closed from the Status drop-down menu and clicking Update, the system will display a message saying you are about to close this reconciliation. Automatic inventory adjustments will be created for appropriate line items. Do you want to continue? Click OK, and this reconciliation has now been successfully closed. Click Cancel to return to the Vaccine Inventory Reconciliation screen. One final note, when you are ready to close your reconciliation, always be sure to count your physical ending inventory at the end of the day on your reconciliation end date when all vaccine administration and activity has been completed, or on the next morning before any vaccine administration or activity occurs. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the course.